Hello there. I'm Professor Peter Schickele, and welcome to Culture on Parade. Here's a question I'd like to put to you. What musical figure do you associate with the name Bach? I think if we were to ask that question of the average man on the street, he would probably say something like, that would be Johann Sebastian Bach, the German organist and composer who was born in 1685 and died in Leipzig in 1750. Well, that answer is fine as far as it goes. But a musically literate person would respond quite differently. Anybody who knows anything about 17th and 18th century European culture would say, well, of course, the first person who comes to mind is Johann Sebastian Bach. But then I immediately think of his son, Johann Christian, who was music master to the Queen of England and also knew and greatly influenced the young Mozart. And then there was Carl Philipp Emanuel, who was in the service of Frederick the Great. And, of course, a lot of people tend to forget about Wilhelm Friedmann, although I think he was probably one of the most talented of them all, even though he did have some personal problems. Of course, it wouldn't be fair not to mention old Veit Bach, the patriarch of the clan. He was probably the one who really started things off, musically speaking. Now, the interesting thing about all this is that no matter how cultured the respondee to our little question is, the chances are extremely small that he or she will mention the name of perhaps the most interesting Bach of them all. P.D.Q. Bach was the last, and most people feel the least, of the great Johann Sebastian Bach's 21 children. The dates on his tombstone, 1807 to 1742, are only one of the many controversial aspects of this unique composer's life. The question is often asked, how could Johann Sebastian Bach, regarded in many circles as the greatest composer who ever lived, how could he have sired someone who has been called a pimple on the face of music, a one-man blight, and the worst musician who ever trod organ pedals? Some authorities have dealt with this question by suggesting that P.D.Q's relationship to Johann Sebastian was not strictly kosher, that he was an illegitimate child or even an imposter. My own researches, carried on over a period of some 30 years, indicate that this is merely wishful thinking on the part of those who would like to be able to believe that Johann Sebastian Bach could do no wrong. There is certainly no doubt in my mind that the responsibility for P.D.Q. Bach rests solely on the conjugal shoulders of Johann Sebastian and Anna Magdalena Bach. Since 1954, I have discovered approximately 70 compositions by this much maligned master, ranging from the 3 teeny preludes for piano to the grand oratorios, the seasonings, and the Missa Hilarious. He also wrote several chamber operas, of which the most notorious is Hansel and Gretel and Ted and Alice, an opera in one unnatural act. But his masterpiece in the musico-dramatic genre is undoubtedly The Abduction of Figaro, the work that you are now about to undergo.
And here we are in the Orpheum Theater in downtown Minneapolis, where in a few moments, Professor Peter Schickele will be entering the pit and kicking off the overture to The Abduction of Figaro, P.D.Q. Bach's long-lost opera, and certainly the professor's most sensational discovery to date. There's a great deal of excitement in the air here tonight. The crowd is well aware that they are a part of an historic event. The Abduction of Figaro is the only full-length opera by P.D.Q. Bach so far discovered, and this production marks the first time, certainly in the 20th century, and perhaps ever, that the work has been performed. P.D.Q. Bach spent the bulk of his creative life, the so-called Soust period, in the little southern German town of Wein am Rhein. The only opera company that was large enough to have mounted this work and that was known to have played in Wein am Rhein was the Wilhelmsoper, a traveling troupe known in England as Bill's Opera Company. But the Wilhelmsoper went bankrupt in 1795, and an internal reference in The Abduction of Figaro to the death of George Washington indicates that the opera could not have been composed before 1799. So it seems more than likely that the performances here in Minneapolis are exactly what the Minnesota Opera claims they are, the world premiere, the very first time this monumental opus has been inflicted on the public. And now I think we're ready to begin. The professor is making his way to the podium, and in a moment, we will hear the opening strains of the overture.
Found a peanut. Found a peanut right here.
Found a peanut right
in the pocket of his pajamas. Now I think that might explain why I could not detect a heartbeat. Found another.
Found another.
Found another right here.
Found another right
in the pocket of his pajamas. Now I think that that is all, and I believe I hear a heartbeat. Yes, he's still alive.
He's still alive.
But not for long, I fear.
But not for long.
If he doesn't get rest.
If he doesn't get rest.
But not for long. Oh, what unhappy words. But not for long. Oh, but not for long. Oh, but not for long. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry, don't you cry.
Don't you cry.
Susanna, don't you cry. Quiet, quiet, Susanna, calm yourself.
Quiet, quiet. He must have sleep. He must have sleep.
And now I think I must be going. I've done what I can do.
And now he thinks he must be going.
I think I must be going.
He's done what he can do.
Call the doctor, him back. sat right up, and he looked around, he took a run.
Wait just a moment.
He sat right up, and he looked around, and he took a run.
Wait. One at a time.
He sat right up, he looked around, he took a breath.
God be praised.
He tried to speak.
I'm sure you mean he tried to sing this.
I see he was trying to sing.
God be praised. God be praised. God be praised.
Bring me my bag. It's right by his breeches. This is the time to send in the leeches. Leeches, leeches, leeches. Yes! Leeches should do the... Leeches should do the trick. It is the recommended treatment. It was even used on General George Washington.
Did he live?
Well, no. But he was old.
How old was he then?
Oh, he must have been about as old as Figaro.
As old as Figaro.
Yes! But don't you worry so. I do not think he'll die. Sometimes it's best, you know, to let sleeping dogs lie.
Quiet, quiet,
Just let him rest.
quiet, quiet.
Just let him rest.
He must have seen.
And now I really must be going. I've done what I can do.
And now he really must be going.
That's right, I must be going.
He says he must be going.
You heard me, now I'm going.
So why don't you get going?
Just watch me, now I'm going.
It looks as if he's going.
I'm going, going, going.
He's done what he can do.
Husband, at last we are alone. Now everyone has gone, and you can rest yourself. What's that? You speak! You speak! You say your back hurts. Let me fetch a pillow. We mustn't have your back hurting. The doctor said no matter what, that I must keep you comfortable, and so I shall. You know you needn't worry about a thing. For Figaro, I love you, and I will never leave you. Stay with me, my figgy wiggy, please. Let me see your cold and pallid eyelids move. Stay with me, just a little bit longer. Together we will happy be, and many kinky pleasures prove. Stay with me, my little figgy poo. Come play with me. Come on and play with me. Figgy-the-figgy-the-figgy-the-figgy-digga-doo. Stay with me, my figgy wiggy, please don't leave me. Let me see your cold and pallid eyelids move. Stay with me, just a little bit longer. Wow! And many kinky pleasures prove. Wow! Stay with me. 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 Susanna, there's a lady. And you see, I want to be alone. Please forgive me, but there's a noble lady outside who says she knows the Count and Countess. I told her that they are away, and I told her about the state of your husband. But she wants to stay the night. Peccadillo! She's traveling from city to city, searching for a man she says has wronged her. Peccadillo! Can't you find someone else? Dog! Villain! Creep! If I ever get my hands on him, it'll be the end of him. Good woman, may I say... Monster! 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 short, because the dawn, because the dawn, because the dawn, because the dawn for short. Well, I've had enough of his treachery, and I've had it with his lechery. Now he will feel my curse upon him. Infamy is my companion, thou dost with naughtiness consort, with naughtiness consort, with naughtiness consort, with naughtiness, with naughtiness, with naughtiness, with naughtiness consort. Well, I've had enough of his treachery, and I've had it with his lechery. Now he will feel my curse upon him. Well, my name is Donald. Why did I live in my blouse? I mean in my house. I lived in my house. I lived in my house, as well as in my blouse. But I have had enough of his treachery, and I have had it with his lechery. Now he will feel my curse upon him. Feel my curse upon him. Feel my curse, feel my curse, feel my curse upon him. Oh, woman, I fear that in my anger I have been most inconsiderate. Your husband lies there close to death. I will endeavor to continue my ranting and raving less noisily. Circe must have been his mama, and surely Judas was his dad, and Judas was his dad, and Judas was his dad, and Judas was, and Judas was, and Judas was, and Judas was his dad. But I have had enough of his treachery, and I have had it up to him in his lechery. Now he will feel my curse upon him. Feel my curse upon him. Feel my curse, feel my curse, feel my curse upon him. Feel my curse distraught. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. My name is Donadonna, and I come from La Marana.
Hey, you're a poet. You don't know it, but your feet show it, 'cause they're long, fellas.
Peccadillo!
Yes, ma'am.
And I am Susanna Dana. You are welcome to spend the night. I thank you most kindly. Blondie! Yes, ma'am.
I think I'm in love.
After removing my cloak, perhaps you and Peccadillo could see about bringing in the baggage. Yes, ma'am. Oh, not bad. While we two sufferers discuss the irony of love. Love is gone, love is here, love is everywhere, but never near. Love is old, love is new, love is everywhere, but never true. Love is everywhere, but never true.
To love I was a stranger, but no more. But no more.
was a stranger.
Love is warm, love is cold, love is wonderful, so I am told. Love is kind, love is cruel, love is ever sure to find the fool. Love is ever sure to find the fool. Love is new, love is purple, love is blue, love is warm, love is cold, love is giving, love is salt, love is new. Talking about love, talking about love, talking about love.
Schlepperello, in a brand new city, with a brand new set of beauties to behold. What more could anyone ask for?
How about an aria?
What do you mean, how about an aria?
I mean, why don't I get an aria in this opera?
Schlepperello, you nerd. There are 3 perfectly good reasons why you don't get an aria in this opera. A, the composer didn't write one. B, the reason he didn't write one is because you're supposed to be a mute. You're not even supposed to be able to talk, much less sing, so please shut up! And C, I heard you sing down in the dressing room, and you sound like a donkey in heat. What's this? My trusty antennae tell me that something delectable has appeared on the scene.
I thought I heard someone, probably just the wind.
See, what did I tell you? 2 lovely ladies, 2 lovely ladies. Uh-oh, and 1 young suitor. It makes... This guy really likes the sound of his own voice. Are you there?
Behold, fair maiden, one sleepy fellow, since I first saw you, no peace have I found. Alas, dear maiden, I am reminded of Sancho J. Panza, my faithful old hound. My dog has fleas, and he scratches all day. My dog has fleas, yes it does, and they won't go away.
living in pain, though my pain is hid. And you, sweet maiden, you are the fleas of which I am trying in vain to get rid. Hear my sad refrain. Let me be your swain, your swain. If you but saw my poor little doggy writhing in pain and all covered with foam, I know, sweet maiden, you would take pity on one of God's creatures and bring him home. Hear my sad refrain. Put me out of my pain, pain, pain.
Just a moment, my good fellow. Would you be kind enough to tell me to whom this place belongs?
Certainly, sir. It is the palace of the Count Alma Mater, but the Count and the Countess are away.
No matter. Now, please don't think that I have been eavesdropping. I was just passing by. But could you tell me the identity of the lady who is up there in that room with your charming blondie?
Her name is Susanna Dana, but she is married.
Thank you and good day. That's all I need to know. Susanna. Susanna.
Who calls me?
She's older than I thought. I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger who has been struck by your beauty.
Good sir, you flatter me, but I have been quite happily married for many years.
I'll bet she has.
And I am well beyond the age for suitors, I assure you.
Be that as it may, you're none the worse for wear. The lofty tree that high above the forest has a side, more greatly than the tiny little sapling is admired.
Good sir, your words are pretty, but if I may be so bold, I think that what you really mean to say is that I do look old. You mean to say I do look old?
You quite misunderstand me.
With words you're very handy.
Now do not misconstrue me.
Oh, what good does it do me to pretend I'm not attracted?
I think she is attracted. I think she
I
is
am
attracted. To call you less than beautiful would surely be a crime. For well we know their beauty is that only comes with time.
Good sir, although your words are sweet and very nicely sung, I think that what you really mean to say is that I don't look young. You mean to say I don't look young?
quite misunderstand me.
With words you're very handy.
Now do not misconstrue me.
Oh, what good does it do me? He has really got my number.
I think I've got her number. I think I've got her number. Good lady, please invite me to your chamber to have a little talk about love.
You want I should invite you to my chamber?
Yes, ma'am.
To have a little talk about love.
Have a little talk about, have a little talk about love.
Good sir, I must inform you that on me you waste your breath. My husband, he is lying in my chamber close to death.
Good woman, if your husband is so near his mortal end, I think that what you really mean to say is that you need a friend. I think you really need a friend.
With words you're very handy.
Now do not misunderstand me.
Oh, what good does it do me?
Please do not misconstrue me. Now I think that I have got her. I think I've got her.
I think
I've got her.
me. Ah, what the hell, come visit for a while, but just a little while. Come and visit for a And here's my husband, my darling Figaro. He's been the Count's right arm for years, but I fear that now his time has come.
My consolations.
Bring it all in here, and be careful. You might as well set it down until I find out where I'm staying. Watch out. Take it easy. That's not a veil of hay, you know.
Here comes the doctor.
Hello, Susanna. And how's our patient doing now?
He keeps telling me that his back hurts.
No problem. That's perfectly normal and nothing to be concerned about. He's been a long time in bed.
Oh, yes. I'd like to introduce a friend.
Good old Giovanni, at your service.
Trouble Giovanni, trouble Giovanni, trouble Giovanni. You worm, you skunk, you yellow-bellied imperialist running dog. I want you to be my husband. You've got a choice, but you have to make it now. With this ring I be wed, or with this pistol I be dead.
Donna, can't we...
Prepare to meet thy maker.
Hold it! Nobody move! Raise your hands and keep your mouths shut! The first person who tries any funny business gets a bullet in the teeth. My name is Captain Candy, and I am very, 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 very bad. Very, very bad. And if I happen not to like the way you look, I may decide to let your face become acquainted with my hook, and then I may remove one by one your fingernails and give them to my cook. Then again, I can be so gentle, like a tiny baby lamb. With children, that's exactly what I am. For although I'm a pirate boy, my heart is made of gold. You're gold. But enough from this chit-chat, 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 chit-chat. You must be wondering why I'm here. Now I will make it very, 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 very clear. Very, very clear. I sailed for years with Captain Drake, a nasty man was he. He'd board a ship and make a stew of all except the wisest who had jumped into the sea. He'd board a ship and make a stew of all except the wisest who had jumped into the sea. A nasty man was he. One day the captain went ashore to kill a thing or two, and as he stepped upon the ground, a coconut came falling down and cracked his head in two. And as he stepped upon the ground, a coconut came falling down and cracked his head in two. His nasty head in two. And as he lay upon the sand, his captain drew me nigh. Come close, says he, and listen well. There's something, lad, I want to tell you quick before I die. Come close, says he, and listen well. There's something, lad, I want to tell you quick before I die. Well, lay it on me, says I. A priceless treasure, he went on, I once held in my hand. But all around me I could tell the men were not behaving well, and mutiny was planned. So I the swag did hide where I was sure no one would look. I made a map and gave it to the only member of the crew I trusted, Charlie the cook. I made a map and gave it to the only member of the crew I trusted, Charlie the cook. Good old Charlie the cook. Well, that was long ago, there he is at last. And now I'm on my way, and now I'm on my way, and now I'm on my way to retrieve my treasure at last, to retrieve my treasure at last, to retrieve my treasure at last. Take it away, maestro! At last, to retrieve my treasure at last. You've heard my tale. I want everybody up on deck. I'm taking this ship to Cuba.
You're taking this ship to Cuba?
Cuba!
Cuba?
Cuba!
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 Cuba?
You heard me. I'm taking this ship to Cuba.
just a moment, Captain. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're not taking this ship to Cuba.
Oh, yeah? Well, who's gonna stop me?
Nobody's going to stop you. It's just that you're not on a ship.
What do you mean I'm not on a ship?
I mean you're not on a ship.
You mean I'm not on a ship?
That's what I mean.
Well, then where the devil am I?
You're in the bedroom of the dying Figaro. In the palace of the Count and Countess Alma Mater. In a town on the coast of Spain or Italy or somewhere.
Just wait till I get my hands on that scurvy two-timing Freddy the Flea. I gave him 5 ducats to make sure I was stowed away on a ship. That tells it he will pay. Freddy's goose is cooked.
Well now, Captain Cad, perhaps it's not Freddy whose goose will soon be cooked. You're wanted in 7 countries, and this is a very small town.
You won't be able to pass some notice.
They'll probably string you up before you get 3 blocks.
Oh, no, they won't. If anyone so much as makes a move for me, your dying friend will die. Hoist anchor! Set sail! Ahoy! Hasta la vista!
What a bummer, what a bummer, what a bummer, what a bummer. I must not let this most unexpected turn keep me from achieving what my heart is set upon.
I must not let this most unexpected turn keep me from achieving what my heart.
Keep me from achieving what my heart.
Keep me from achieving what my heart is set upon.
But I beg of you, please, please leave me. Please, please leave me. Please, please leave me. Please leave me alone.
What a bummer, what a bummer, what a bummer, what a bummer, what a bummy, 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 cry. Right, you heard her, you heard her, you heard her, you heard her. Now let's leave her alone.
If you need me, Susanna, let me know.
Come on, let's go.
Gentle woman, we all share in your woe. Let me get you a glass of H2O.
As for you, I'll be waiting for you down below. What do I hear? That's the voice I'm waiting for.
Leporello, stand at the bottom of this ladder and keep it steady while I come down. Time's a-wasting. I want you to go and get a carriage ready. And it might be a good idea to pack some food before this day is over. I want to put as many miles as possible between me and... Donna, Donna.
Donna Giovanni! So you thought you could get away?
What do you mean, get away?
The rest of us use the door and the stairs, but I noticed that you are using the window and the ladder.
What can I tell you? I'm used to using ladders.
I get the distinct impression that you're trying to flee.
What? Me? Flee thee? No man with all
his marbles would flee. Such an example of true constancy. Such an example of constancy. There are women who like to go shopping. There are women who like to go hopping. Hop, hopping, hop, hopping, hop, hopping. It's true. They from man to man go hop-hopping. One could never say that of you. No man with all of his marbles would flee. Such an example of pure joie de vivre. Such an example of joie de vivre. There are women who always are sighing. There are women who always are crying. There are some who are always denying. Some who act like they're dying. They're dying. They're dying. It's true. There are some who act like they're dying. Seldom speaking, shrinking from you. One could never say that of you. Whoa! Standing in front of such fierce loyalty, no man with all of his marbles would flee. But there are times when duty calls, and who can deny a plea? Who can deny a plea? Not me. When a dying man attended by his spouse, when he's abducted from his house, it is the solemn obligation of a man who holds his duty high to go no matter where, to bring him back again, which I shall do die in the attempt, I swear. I shall bring him back, I swear. There are times when duty calls, and who can deny her plea? Who can deny her? Not me. But no man with all of his marbles would flee. Such an example of tenacity. Such an example of tenacity. Though I'm leaving, I'll soon be returning. For my heart is a bundle of yearning. I can feel my heart surging and churning, and my body is burning. It's burning, it's burning, it's burning. It's true. Touch my body, feel how it's burning. Feel my body burning for you. Just for you, only for you. No man with all of his marbles would flee. But there are times when a man has to do what a man has to do. Who can deny that? Not you and not you. My private ship is lying ready at the dock, and by the tide at 10 o'clock we shall be sailing Schlepporello, Peccadillo, and and you can bet your bottom dollar that we won't be back until we try to rescue Figaro. Hey, when duty she calls, you've got to know. I do believe I hear her. No doubt about it, that is she. Who can deny her? Not he. Who can deny her? Not me. Who can deny her when she calls? Not we. What a strange turn of events. The dying Figaro, kidnapped by a pirate. Susanna, overcome with grief. Poor Peccadillo, obliged to leave his newfound love. And here they come. It's time for tears and promises. They think it's the end of the world. But the tears will dry, and the promises are like children's drawings, often made, but rarely kept. Pants on fire, hanging on a telephone wire. It's someone else you soon will be. Kissing. I had a friend, his name was Bill. He married a rich girl from Seville, took her dowry, put it in a sack, went to America and never came back. My cousin Harry spent a year on a ship, then home he went. Imagine his surprise when told that his wife had a baby now 3 weeks old. I wouldn't do.
What do you see? What does he say?
Ship is sinking in the sea. I can't believe.
What do you see?
Oh no.
What do you see?
Can't be.
What do you see?
Ship is sinking in the sea. The ship is sinking in the sea. The ship is sinking, sinking, sinking in the ever-loving sea. Sinking in the ever-loving sea. Sinking in the ever-loving sea.
And so the first act of P.D.Q. Bach's tragic opera buffo, The Abduction of Figaro, draws to a close. We'll return with Acts 2 and 3 of this historic premiere after a brief pause. And here we are once again, patiently awaiting the arrival of our conductor in the pit of the Orpheum Theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota, so that we can get on with this groundbreaking performance of The Abduction of Figaro, a simply grand opera in 3 acts by the man whose face is staring at us so expressively from the show curtain, P.D.Q. Bach. During the first act, the fierce pirate, Captain Cad, upon learning that he is not stowed away on a ship as he had thought, takes the dying Figaro, bed and all, as a hostage and makes his escape. Donald Giovanni, recognizing this as an opportunity to flee the clutches of the passionate and possessive Donna Donna, announces he will go to the rescue, taking with him his insolent servant Schlepparello, as well as young Peccadillo, servant to Figaro's wife, Susanna Donna. Peccadillo is loath to leave his newfound love, Blondie, servant to Donna Donna. But he has no choice, and the 3 men sail away on Giovanni's ship, which promptly sinks. Now there is a murmur of apprehension in the audience, and yes, here comes Professor Peter Schickele, the conductor, and also the discoverer of the opera with which we are mixed up this evening. And now Act 3, immediately preceded without pause by Act 2 of P.D.Q. Bach's The Abduction of Figaro.
God be praised, we're safe on land at last. Since our ship went down beneath us, 11 long days have passed. Tossed by wind from wave to towering wave, wondering if our raft would keep us from finding our watery grave. Safe at last from Neptune's angry hand. Would we knew what fortune awaits us in this strange and lonely land. would we knew what fortune awaits us in this strange and lonely land. Something from this joker. Hey, Genie! What's the name of this place? Hey, listen, Twinkle Toes. You hard of hearing or something? We'd like to know where we are. That's gotta be the dumbest song I ever heard. Oh! Now, maybe you can tell us where the...
Cursed infidels! Oh, ignoramus says, this is the palace of the Pasha! The Pasha! Shaboom! Yes, it is! Oh, cursed infidels! Oh, ignoramus says, this is the palace of the Pasha! And he is wise, and he is kind, and he is just, and he is just, and he is just wonderful. And here he comes the Pasha. Now all you heathen scum, throw down your heads, oh, they come. Who has the memory of an elephant, or maybe even two? Who has the foot that wears the cutest little curly pointed shoe? Who? None but the Pasha, that's who. Hey, 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 for the Pasha. He's okay, he's the Pasha. Shop, shop, boom. Oh, mystical one, the dance of the 7 pails. Your immenseness, I found these 3 foreigners lurking about the royal palace.
Far out.
They were asking lots of questions, trying to get information.
Hey, how about that?
But your awfulness, I'm sure they're spies. Shouldn't we boil them in oil or at least chop off their heads?
Make love, not war.
Their fate is in your hands, O merciful master. I bow down before you. I grovel at your feet.
Right on.
Speak to me, your really impressiveness. Give me the benefit of your wisdom.
This is the first day of the rest of your life.
Oh, top drawer monarch. Oh, I see that you wish to retire, and that, in spite of the presence of these heathens, you wish me to accompany you. So be it.
May the force be with you.
Who is the highest of the highest and a ruler through and through?
Who is a very heavy monarch and a lovely person too?
Who is a paragon of princes and a real paperoo? Who? None but the Pasha, that's who.
Who is the noblest of the noble and the fairest of the fair?
Who makes Attila seem a coward and the Kubla Khan a square?
Who is a lesser man than Allah, even only by a hair?
Who? None but the Pasha, that's who. I swear it's Please stay. Surely the Pasha has so much to amuse him that your absence will not be noticed for a little while. Although if he is the man of discernment that I take him to be, he must surely cherish you above all the other members of his harem.
What beauty, what magic must live behind that veil.
May I introduce to you my beloved friend?
His name is Donald.
Howdy do. He's Peccadillo.
What's new?
A Hazaregi for you.
May I introduce to you someone near and dear? My name is Donna. Remember me?
How can this be?
My name is Blondie, as you can see.
Hear me.
And where is Henry? Sweet and blood.
Wait a minute, Donna.
Get lost.
My blood.
Please explain.
Drop dead.
My blood.
That it was you.
Blondie, come back. Oh, Mr. Giovanni, I've lost her. In one reckless, impetuous moment, I've lost the only true love of my life.
Not the only peccadillo, just the first. There'll be others and others after that. Forget her, put her out of your mind. Move on to the next dish in the smorgasbord of love.
No, cannot forget her. I'll pursue her and beg her for forgiveness. Hello there. Fancy meeting you. We were just leaving.
We're all set.
Oh yes, what out from here is what we'll get.
No problem.
No sweat.
Cuba!
Why, Blondie? Why are men such monsters? And are they all the same?
Meaning no disrespect, my lady, but you show me a man who's faithful, and I'll show you a man who's impotent.
Here am I, one of the most beautiful, most cultivated, most fun-loving women around. And he flees from me as if I were the plague.
Men like to climb mountains, but they're quickly bored once they're on top.
What's a woman to do? What would you do, Blondie?
I'd take a page from their book, ma'am, shop around and beat them at their own game.
Oh, that I could never do. I'm a faithful woman. It's one of my many virtues. I suppose I must resign myself to a life of loneliness.
No, it cannot be. There must be somewhere in this world a man who will be true to me.
Don't hold your breath.
I want some tenderness. I want some sympathy. I want fidelity. I want a man who's worthy of me.
If you'll excuse me, ma'am, there's no such animal. You might as well face the facts. Macho, macho, that's what all men are. All they want to do is see how far they can go. That's all they care about, that's all they know. Macho, macho, they like to drink, they like drink. They look so serious, it always makes me want to laugh. It is to laugh. Each one thinks that he's a movie star. Movie star, alas, they love themselves. They have no shame. They have no class. They have no shame of They have no class. They have no qualms at all. About for whom? About for whom? About for happy It makes no difference how he looks or where he's from. Yes, I find out that he is nothing but a bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Anyway, you slice him underneath it all. He's just a bum. Macho, macho, that's how all men act. Every single one. And that's a fact. You can have
only just went in from that balcony. Oh, she's still in my heart.
I'm telling you, Peccadillo, if you have any sense at all, you'll dismiss her from your thoughts entirely. The sea is full of fish, and most of them are dying to be caught.
I know that what you say is true, Mr. Giovanni, but I cannot forget her. I'll never forget her. Besides, I've already bought this pedal steel guitar. You can beat me with a cudgel, you can fly me with a cane, but if you say that you forgive me, I will feel no pain. Whip me with a chain, but I will not complain. If you will forgive me, I will feel no
beat you all right, you miserable cur! You despicable specimen of humanity! You cheating thing! You!
Donna, Donna, listen to my plea. Donna, Donna, listen to my plea. You still have my heart. You still have me.
Donald, Donald, how can I agree?
You still have my heart.
Still have your heart.
Still have my heart. Oh yes, you still have me.
Donald, Donald, oh, my heart is full. How can you expect me to believe such bull? How can you expect me to believe such bull?
But you still have my heart.
Bull?
Yes, you still have my heart.
Bull? How can you stand there feeling me such a line of
Donna, believe me. Donna, I love you still.
Could I but believe you? Joy and happiness would then be mine.
Donna, you can believe me.
Don't leave me. Joy and happiness would then be mine. Joy and happiness would then be mine.
Joy and happy, joy and happy, joy and happy, happiness would then be. Hap, hap, hap. Hap, hap, hap. Happiness would then be, happiness would then be mine. Donna, Donna, now may I be kissed?
Donald, Donald, how can I resist?
Donna, Donald, Donna, Donald, so
out to here with your treachery? You come sneaking around with your honey-coated words. And then when you have conquered us, you leave us. Oh, yes, you leave us. That's what you do. You take a powder, you hit the trail. You up and go. Never leave again. I'm so mad.
How mad are you, Jonadon?
I'm so mad that I'm not even going to sing my aria.
Okay, we're skipping ahead to letter X. Well, this is wonderful. Okay, here we go.
Well, this is wonderful. This is just marvelous. She thinks that I'm the one who got the sack. I hope that wretched dame is finally off my back. I hope that wretched dame is finally off my back. Schleporello, peccadillo, get over here. The time has come for us to go. The time has come for us to go. The time has come for us to find a way to rescue Figaro.
Just a moment, oh gentlemen, please take me with you when you go. Oh yes, I want to travel so I can provide a ship and crew to help you find your Figaro.
Well, that is good enough for me, my friend, you're on. Come on, let's go. To the land of coconuts and bananas and bananas. Yes, we're on. Cuba, here we come. To the land of coconuts and bananas and bananas. Yes, we're on. Cuba, here we come. To the land of coconuts and bananas and here we come. magic forest. A magic forest.
A magic forest.
Forest, standing as in a dream. A place of wonder. A place of wonder.
A place of wonder.
Wonder, standing as in a dream. Am I awake now? Am I awake now?
Am I awake now?
Standing as in a dream. Or am I sleeping? Or am I sleeping?
Or am I sleeping?
Sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Standing as in a dream. Standing as in a dream. Standing as in a dream.
I wonder where we are.
We're lost. That's where we are. I'll never see my blondie again.
Maybe this would be a good time for me to sing.
Can it, Walsh?
Well, it isn't a picnic, you know, just standing around singing.
What was that?
Someone's approaching.
Johnny, I'm frightened. We don't even know where we are. What if it's a tribe of savages?
Calm yourself, peccadillo. Stay here with my mute servant, Schlepperillo. And I'll go and check it out. Hello, who goes there?
I am a swineherd, yes sirree. I work in a wallow and I live in a tree. And if perhaps you're wondering just exactly what I do, I'll give a demonstration, my good people, just for you. Soo-ee, soo-ee, I call the piggies and they with glee come running right straight home to me. I call the little piggies and they with me come running right straight home to me. I am a swineherd, yes sirree. I like my work as you can see. But if you think it's simple and I'll teach you, well I won't. With pig appeal some people have it, other people don't. Soo-ee, soo-ee, I call the piggies and they with the piggies and they with me come running right straight home to me.
Oh, he's a swineherd, all right. He grunts all day and he snores all night. And when he comes home after work, he always slams the door and tracks his filthy mud all over my new kitchen floor. He tracks his filthy mud all over my new kitchen floor.
Soo-ee, soo-ee.
He lives for pigs, he died for pigs, they're all he's ever known. And if I let him, he would bring those freaking piggies home. Yet poor life is home.
what it means. 'Cause we're in love, and when you're in love, love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. Yes, whether you're a pig or people, all you need is love. Sweet, sweet, yeah, sweet, sweet, yeah. Yes, love is all you need.
I don't mind telling you that we're quite relieved to see some people from the old country. My name is Donald Giovanni, but my friends call me Don. This is my servant Schleporello. This is the Pasha Shaboom servant Opek. And this is someone else's servant, Peccadillo.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Papa Gano.
And I'm Mama Gano.
We've been living in these parts, how long would you say it's been, Mama G?
Oh, it's been, let's see, ever since the wreck.
That's right. Ever since the wreck. That'd make it, how long has it been since the wreck, Mama G?
Oh, gosh, Papa G, it's been a long time since the wreck. Remember, Ed was still in diapers. Remember how he cried when the ship started going down, and then when he lost his teddy bear.
Excuse me, please, for interrupting. But would you mind telling us exactly where we are?
Why, certainly we'd be pleased to tell you where you are. Wouldn't we, Mama G?
We certainly would.
Well, do you want to do it?
Oh, you do it, Papa G.
All right. I mean, it's no big deal. No. Gentlemen, you are on the island of...
That voice, I think we found our man at last.
Captain Tad,
Charlie Gano, my faithful cook, and the very man I'm looking for.
Aye, that's I. You remember Martha?
Who could forget the lovely Martha?
No.
And how about the family?
They're doing very well, thank you. Let's see. Next Saturday, our Juan is getting married to a nice girl from St. Pete, and Isabel is back in Spain doing needlepoint for the court, and Tomas is in the army.
No, Martha, Tomas.
Oh, that's right. It's Ed who's in the army. Tomas is in Havana running numbers. And then there's Carlos, our beautiful baby. Next month he turns 16, and the girls are all...
I'm glad to hear it. But Charlie, I think you know what interests me most of all.
This is it, my friends.
He's got the bell.
I haven't touched a thing.
There's the rock, and there's the tree. Stand by the rock facing north. Line up the tree with the mountain top, and then take 5 large steps. I can't wait! One, 2, 3, 4. We must move Figaro. 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 He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
Hey, what's this?
That's it. That's my treasure. Now my endless search is ended. The moat is broken. In my hands again at last. I'm a very wealthy man. There is nothing I will lack. No wonder Figaro complained.
No wonder Figaro complained about his back.
They used to laugh at me. But now 'tis I who laugh.
But now 'tis he who laughs at them.
But now 'tis I who laugh at them. Ha ha!
You're a very wealthy man. But I love you just the same. And if you wish to marry me,
But where could Figaro be? We looked for him in vain.
Good Captain Can! Good Captain Can! Peaches for good old Captain Can! Hurrah! Hurrah! Hurrah!
This bird is still, my friends, with precious jewels inlaid in gold.
He is a very wealthy man!
I'll never work again. I'll play canasta and grow.
He is a very wealthy man!
Rich senility, that is my plan, that is my goal. I'm a very wealthy man.
very wealthy man.
He's a very wealthy man!
Just look at this! Just look at this! And it's all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine.
Just look at that! Just look at that!
What is this? Where's the stuff?
Hey, what's the problem?
It's the bird, Mr. Corn. You know it's supposed to have that jewelry and coins and stuff in it, and well, it's not here. It's not in here.
Well, get the stage manager.
Well, it's not his fault. I checked it myself just before the performance. Everything was in here.
Oh, well, this is ridiculous. Here we are in the middle of the finale in front of a paying audience. Just pretend you've got it. Look, everybody in this theater knows by now what. Just act if it's there, and let's pick it up where you stopped.
Well, I really can't do that, Mr. Corn. I mean, really, this is supposed to be a fully staged performance.
Well, somebody must know where that stuff is.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what's going on?
I do believe...
Well, Mr. Corn, it so happens that I know where the jewelry is. It also so happens that I'm the only one who knows where it is.
I don't believe this. Instead of standing there with that stupid grin on your face, why don't you go and get it?
Oh, I'll be glad to go and get it, Mr. Corn. On one small condition.
I don't believe you're doing this.
Now, wait a minute. What do you mean, one small condition?
Well, I'll go and get the treasure stuff, if I'm allowed to sing an aria.
I knew it! I knew it! I'm supposed to be the pirate in this piece.
Okay, hold it. Hold it. Mr. Walsh.
Yes?
Even if you can sing, and since you were hired as an actor, I have no idea if you can or not.
I do.
Quiet. Mr. Walsh, even if you can sing, and even if I let you sing, what are you going to sing? Danny Boy?
Well, Mr. Corn, you remember the aria that Donald Giovanni had in the second act that we cut out during rehearsals?
No, wait a minute. We cut that out for dramatic reasons, so the act would flow more smoothly.
As I remember it, we cut out that aria because a certain member of the cast said she wouldn't continue if Giovanni had more arias than she did.
Mr. Corn, you're not going to let him get away with this, are you?
Well, it's all of you trying to sabotage the whole production. I'm not just going to let it go.
Mr. Schickele, does the orchestra have the parts for that aria?
Oh, yes, they're in the, they've got the whole thing.
Okay, let's do the aria.
Thank you, Mr. Corn.
Okay, everybody. Okay, it's why, oh, why. It comes between macho, macho, and you can beat me in the second act. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Why, oh why, oh why, oh why do you pursue her? You moan, you sigh, you groan, you cry, but why, oh why, It's easy to see from the start that she will be breaking your heart. And yet you pursue her so eagerly. Now tell me why. Now tell me why. It's easy to see from the start, not the finish, but the start, that she will be breaking your heart, not your liver, but your heart. And yet you pursue her so eagerly, not meagerly, but eagerly. Now tell me why, tell me why. Oh, please just tell me why. I really want to know. I really want to know. Jack! Oh, why do you pursue her? Please tell me why.
That's enough. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Now, if you'll be so kind as to produce that jewelry, so Mr. Schickele can tell everybody else where he wants to pick things up, let's get this over with.
Okay. It's, man. Just before we left off, can we have the pictures, please? Okay, here we go. Everybody in place. Man. Here we go.
Just look at this, and it's all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine.
Just look at that, and it's all his. All
mine, all mine.
All his,
all mine. All his, mine.
Captain Cad and Donna.
Married, retired to Fort Lauderdale.
Peccadillo.
Killed in action, Franco-Prussian War.
Schlepperello.
Opened a nightclub in Havana.
Blondie.
Worked as a hat check girl.
Donald Giovanni.
Died of unnatural causes.
OPEC.
Became a music critic.
Papageno and Mama Gano.
Lived happily ever after in abject poverty.
Figaro.
Ended up in Paris, where he founded a newspaper.
And so, with an ending that leaves everyone as happy as can be expected under the circumstances, P.D.Q. Bach's epic opera, The Abduction of Figaro, grinds to a halt. And here are our principals, clearly delighted that this unique musical event is finally over. The response by the audience here in Minneapolis is tumultuous. People are leaping to their feet and running up the aisles. But the ushers have not yet unlocked the doors, and since it's too much trouble to go back to the seats, the crowd is tricked into giving the opera a standing ovation. This has been a truly historic occasion, and one which I think it's safe to say every single member of this audience will be unable to forget as long as he or she lives. Yes, sir.
This is Professor Peter Schickele reminding you that singers are people too. I know that sounds hard to believe, but it's a proven fact. Just like the rest of us, singers get old, suffer physical deterioration, and become mentally incompetent. And sometimes when that happens, they even stop performing. That's where the P.D.Q. Bach Home for Truly Retired Singers comes in. Situated in the picturesque Turtle Mountains of North Dakota, this garishly appointed facility features shatterproof glassware, sycophantic administrators, and a medical staff well trained in the proper treatment of tears and temper tantrums. If you should happen to be pigeonholed by one of its representatives, please be generous. Remember, as long as the P.D.Q. Bach Home for Truly Retired Singers is up there in the Turtle Mountains, you'll always know where your favorite old opera stars are. They're not gone. They're just over the hill.
The Abduction of Figaro was recorded for posterity during performances by the Minnesota Opera Company in the Orpheum Theater in downtown Minneapolis on April 27 and 28, 1984. Professor Schickele appears courtesy of his mother, Mrs. Schickele. Well, I guess that's about it. This is William Pierce, and I hope you'll join me again the next time this sort of thing happens.
Thanks for being with us. I'm Professor Peter Schickele, reminding you that Culture on Parade is a one-shot deal. Tune in again next week at this time, and you'll see something totally different. It won't have anything to do with this.